I ran the same tests on 3 of the best AI design tools on the market right now, and the difference was insane. Same prompts, same constraints, but totally different results. In this video, I'll show you everything. We'll time first screens, try variations, and see who respects our workflow and provides the best speed to iterate on, so you know exactly which tool is the best for you. For this comparison, we're going to run 3 different tests around the 3 things that actually matter. Speed, how fast you can go from prompt to usable screen. Iteration, how well you can explore variations and refine designs. And Figma Workflow. Does it work with your design system and export clean files? So let's start with test 1, speed. For this one, we're going to literally use the same prompt in all 3 of our tools and see what happens. Which of the tools is going to be the fastest and give us the best quality at the same time? The prompt is going to be, design a landing page for a project management platform with hero section, feature cards, testimonials, and pricing CTA. That's it. We're keeping it extremely simple. We're going to start with Framer. We'll paste in our prompts and let's generate. Okay, Framer is pretty fast, I must say that. Now look at this. It only took a couple of seconds. I can see this being incredibly useful when you're trying to design a website, because it gave us something to work with immediately. It does look more like a wireframe than a hi-fi design. It's black and white, and it's pretty generic, but it was fast. And it actually did everything I said I wanted in the prompt. Plus, it creates the design for desktop, tablet, and mobile, which is pretty cool. Another thing I'm noticing, the copy is not bad actually. It's similar to what you see in a lot of SaaS tools nowadays. So that's pretty interesting. Framer is definitely fast, but you would have to keep refining a lot here to get something that you can actually use. Okay, let's try Uizard now. Same prompt, same everything. Select desktop, and we'll paste the prompt. And it's asking us if we want high precision or creative exploration. High precision is going to create one screen, and creative exploration will create several screens. For the sake of this experiment, let's do one screen and let's see what it gives us. Okay, let's generate. All right, it definitely took more time than Framer, but if you look at this, there's color. There are some interesting elements. We have testimonials here. It looks more like a real landing page, something that you would actually find online. I do have to say though that it's pretty short. Framer gave us an entire page, even though it was quite simple. Let's just say both tools did a great job, but in different areas. It all depends on what's most important to you as a designer. Okay, let's try UX Pilot now. Now, UX Pilot actually has 2 models right now. One is standard, and the other one is called Blitz. Blitzed was designed specifically for speed, while standard gives the best output quality. Let's just test both so you can see the difference in speed and design quality. Let's try the standard model first. We'll toggle on deep design and max. This will basically make our model do the best job possible. It's off by default because it spends more tokens, and the team wanted to give users the option to spend more or fewer tokens depending on the project. All right, let's do it. Oh, UX Pilot took longer than both Framer and Uizard. So if you're in a rush, you probably don't want to use the standard model. But the output is really good. Just look at this. There's a crazy level of detail here that I haven't seen with the other tools. It created a logo and a name for our app. The hero section looks pretty clean. We have a section showcasing companies that use the app, frequently asked questions, and even a footer. That's insane, guys. This is definitely not the fastest model out there, but the quality of the output is outstanding. You're losing time waiting for it to generate, but gaining it back the moment when you have to jump into Figma and start refining, because there's a lot more you can work with, which is pretty cool. Okay, let's test Blitz now. We'll leave everything the same, and let's just select the Blitz model here. Same prompt, obviously, and let's do it. Okay, this model is definitely a lot faster. It's actually the fastest model on the market for UI design. I could easily take this into Figma, edit it for around 30 minutes, and have a first draft ready to show a client or a product manager. You can test several ideas and looks with this as well, because it's just really good at interpreting the prompts and creating something that you can actually use in real life scenarios. Another option that you have is to use the more advanced standard model to generate your screens and then transition to Blitz when you want to edit sections or other details. This will speed up your workflow a lot. So this was our first test, speed. Now, obviously, speed is incredibly important, but we need to be able to explore different directions, try variations, and refine specific sections, preferably without regenerating the entire screen. I'm going to be honest, iteration is where a lot of the design tools break, so I'm quite curious to see how these perform. So let's run our second test, and let's see which one gives us the best iterations, starting with Framer. All right, so I've got the landing page Framer generated here, here. And let's say that I want to explore different hero layouts. Maybe try a version with a bigger CTA button and an image on top of it. Between the title and the CTA, add an image and make the CTA button larger. Okay, sometimes these tools are a little hit and miss, so let's try another one. For the pricing options, add annual pricing as well. Alright, we have something here. It literally added the text below our monthly price. That's interesting. One of the things that you'll notice with these AI tools is that they interpret prompts differently. As AI models get more advanced, we'll be able to express what we want in just a couple of words. And the AI will be able to understand what we actually mean and create it for us. Let's try another one. Create a footer section for the page. Okay, we have the footer section, but for some reason it's not at the bottom of the page. Luckily, you can just drag the section down to the bottom. That's super simple. Okay, what about create a section that showcases how the product works in 3 steps? Okay, this is not bad. I actually really like the copy that Figma writes. It's pretty clean for an AI design tool. It can definitely make your life a lot easier if you have to come up with a bunch of copy. So, overall impression, this is great if you're trying to get a quick wireframe for your website so you don't have to build everything from scratch. But I definitely wouldn't rely on it for my creative process. This is made to accelerate web design, not so much for testing ideas and variants. But the team at Figma did an amazing job for the web design community. Okay, let's go on with Uizard now. So Uizard is quite similar to Figma actually, because it gives you freedom to do anything you want with each element. You can change the font of the headline, for example, change the copy, you can move things around freely, and it's very easy to use. Now, if I want to use the AI to change stuff, I can actually do it with only individual components. So I can change the hero image, for example, change this image, make it red. And as you can see, it's given us this image now, so I can take it and put it here in the hero section. Maybe I should delete the old one. And now when I click on it, you can see these 3 dots right here on the side. Let's send it to the back so we can actually see our text, and let's make our text white. Now what you can do is you can create a new screen and import the elements from the new screen to your old one. I'm going to make our old screen bigger here at the bottom. And now let's click on magic in the menu, generate screen. I noticed that Uizard hasn't generated our pricing section the first time, so let's do it now. Create a pricing section for my project management tool, and a section that shows how the app works in 3 steps. Alright, look at this. This isn't bad actually. And now we can take this, drag it to our design, and there you go. Let's do a footer now. Make a footer for a product management tool landing page. Dark blue. It's easy to build new stuff, but it's harder to create actual variations of the sections. I would need to go one by one for each component, and that would take a lot of time. But this tool is amazing, and it's super fun to use. Alright, obviously, we're testing the AI right now, but Uizard has a lot of incredible features, and with a little experience, you would be able to build some beautiful designs pretty quickly. Okay, now, let's try it with UX Pilot. In UX Pilot, you can choose between global edits, section edits, and manual edits. So if, for example, you want something that would affect the entire screen, you can do global. Let's add a section that shows how the app works in 3 steps. Straight out of the gate, this is pretty good. I could use this for an actual landing page. Even the copy is decent. It's understood what I wanted quite well. And also, UX Pilot saves all of our versions. We can just go back to any version we want with just 2 clicks, and that keeps everything organized. Okay, what if I want this section to be dark with white text now? Make this section dark with white text and glass effect. It's quite funny because the prompts I'm using today are incredibly simple. They're pretty vague actually, but UX Pilot is doing exactly what I want. And look at this. It's actually crazy that I could do edits like these with just 1 prompt. Now, if we go manual, I can edit the text, the position of my elements, and it makes the refinement process a breeze. Let's do something else. Add a VSL and delete the watch demo button. I'm doing specific iterations pretty fast. I could test different variations and see which one I like the most. So this tool makes for a great ideation tool. Instead of building something from scratch, you test it here first, and then build it only when it matches the vibe of what you're looking for. Let's do another global edit. Make the page dark with glass effect. We'll let UX Pilot figure this one out. Okay, I'm pretty happy with the result. This looks great. I could 100% use this for an actual design. I think I might. But here's the thing. When you're a designer, you want to be able to export your stuff to Figma to keep working on it and refine your vision. And you also want to be able to work with your own components. When you're testing ideas for your projects, being able to use your design system is crucial. So the third test is Figma Workflow. Now, I do have to say that for this one, the only tool that can do all of it is UX Pilot. Personally, having my tool integrate with Figma gives me freedom and and the ability to build stuff that I'm actually going to use, a lot of tools are able to build impressive stuff. But if I can't use my components, and I can't export my design to Figma to be able to edit it there, it's basically useless. Alright, let's open up the UX Pilot plugin in Figma. And we'll use the Finity design system by Cope Studio today. We'll import the components that we want to use, and then inside UX Pilot, we can choose our design system. When I'm working with my own design system, it means that I have much more control over my outputs. Also, if you're doing work at your job and the PM sent a design system, you'll be able to actually build stuff with this. The majority of other tools kind of just leave you hanging at this point. Okay, so let's build a crypto exchange platform dashboard and use dark tones to give it a modern look. Look at this. It took our components and it's using them to build our screens. This feature is amazing because being able to generate on-brand designs is now incredibly easy. It takes just a couple of clicks and a prompt, and you can build anything. Obviously, I can edit it, and when I like what we've got, I can save to Figma. And inside Figma, using the UX Pilot plugin, retrieve to Figma, and that will export my design right here so I can keep building whatever I want. I do want to mention that that's the old way of doing this. With a recent update, exporting your designs to Figma just got even faster. You just click on Copy to Figma, and then go to your Figma project, Control or Command V, and there it is. It's actually crazy how simple this is now. All right, guys, so as you can see, the best tool isn't a trophy, it's the one that ships your work fastest without breaking your process. Framer shines when you want an AI-accelerated website builder while having a super limited design experience with end-to-end publishing. Uizard is for when you need friendly, flexible ideation for text, screenshots, or sketches. And UX Pilot is the best for when you need Figma-first designs with your components, and a way to generate, compare, and ship without breaking your workflow. It's an alternative that serves both experienced designers, since everything generated can be easily edited or exported, and inexperienced designers who have never touched Figma or Photoshop before. There is no best tool, only the tool that works best for you. Now, if you want to try UX Pilot, there's a link in the description with a free trial. Build with your components, keep your Figma workflow, and ship more this week. I'll see you in the next one.